And yet the market on the day that you announced the Clover Health deal took IPOC's price down to, I guess they're assuming at least you won't lose any money. Yeah, what is it about this big problem that you think that the market is missing?
Well, I think the good analogy is Virgin in many ways. You know, Virgin's product market fit was also not well understood in the initial phases, and it traded down, you know, post close to I think like $8 or $7.
Yeah. Space flights for rich people didn't grab people by the,
I think we live in a world that the media cycle, you know, when we went on CNBC, when I went on CNBC and said, download app, buy house, it kind of fit in the box of what people wanted to hear. Yeah. And, people were able to really embrace that. When people initially heard space flights and point-to-point travel and, you know, hybrid rocket engines, they were like, what are you talking about? And instead what they did was they superimposed space flights for rich people. Mm-hmm. But over time, as people took the time to understand the business, hear from Vivek and Andrew and myself, just like they heard from George Whitesides at the time and myself, they got to ground truth. And they understood what I saw, product market fit, was the beginnings of scale and an economic model that I thought was really exceptional, and they were willing to take that bet. Similarly, I think what they're showing here is that we priced the deal very fairly, neither too hot nor too cold, right? Using a Goldilocks analogy. I think it was kind of right down the middle, and we're trading right down the middle, and there's nothing wrong with that. So Vivek got a good fair price, and I think that what you will see over time is that we got a very fair price as well. Again, because there's so much embedded optionality in this business. The market is massive and it's growing. The incentives are massive and they are growing. And these guys are really the only one that is found, to use your language, a seam. And that seam is creating a very obvious innovator's dilemma. It's going to be impossible for United and Wellspring and Centene to decide to reorient an entire economic model for lower cost and better outcomes, because they are compensated on higher costs and healthcare inflation.
Just to
not because they can't do it.